All right, this is a big topic, guys. Let's talk about how to lose belly fat, how to get a smaller waist, and how to lose weight overall. I've got tips for you today. I've been there, I've done that. I've been maintaining my 65-pound weight loss for over 2 years. Let me teach you. Let's talk about it. Hi guys, welcome back. My name's Kathleen Hart. I'm a mindset and weight loss coach. And belly fat, it's one of the things that, it's like the thorn in our side. It's like, everybody's always asking me on YouTube, like, how did you lose your belly fat? How can you reduce the inflammation? How can we do this? How do we make it easy? How do we lose weight overall, and specifically from our belly and from our waist? I'm gonna share with you today my journey for what worked for me, and hopefully it will spark some joy into your weight loss journey, and you can implement some of these things as well. Please like and subscribe if you like healthy lifestyle content, weight loss content, making an easy, healthy lifestyle. Because if it's not easy, I'm not doing it. So that's all I show you on here is how to create ease with your weight loss journey and your healthy lifestyle. So there's definitely like 5 different areas that I think really helped improve the state of my waist and my belly fat and really get it down. If you guys have seen my walking for weight loss video, walking and getting steps was probably one of the main things that really helped me because it was something that I could commit to long term. I am not a gym girl. I do not like cardio. I do not like HIIT workouts. I do not like lifting weights. Will that change in the future? Maybe. But for right now and for the past 2 years plus, I have not liked doing those things. So instead, I walk. I get my steps. I have a daily step goal of 10,000 steps per day. And that is my only form of exercise besides like running around with my kids and walking the aisles of Target. 10,000 steps per day is what got me there. And if you haven't seen my viral video for walking for weight loss, I will link it down in the description box below this video. Definitely check it out. There's so many benefits to walking. And if you're not a gym person like me, don't force yourself to do it. Do something you can commit to. Because when we can commit to it and be consistent with it, we're going to reap the benefits of whatever we're trying to do. If you can't stick to it and you're not consistent, it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. It's not going to help you. So walking was always that thing for me, and it definitely decreased my belly fat, and it was just as good as anything else because again, I was able to stick to it. The next piece of the puzzle is food. So you can't outwalk a poor diet. You can't drink enough water to balance out the cake you're eating. Like, it doesn't work that way. So your food also has to be top of the list. You've gotta be eating the right foods. Otherwise, you're gonna feel bloated, you're gonna feel inflamed, and you're not going to be losing the belly fat. Your waist is not gonna get smaller. So you have to eat, for me, in a carb deficit. I eat a low carb diet and that works perfectly for me. I also carb cycle, which I've done videos about on my channel before, which is where I don't eat the same amount of carbs every day. I cycle a little bit and I feel like that really helps fire my metabolism and get me going. And when our metabolism is going, we're losing fat, belly fat. I also upped my protein recently to over 100 grams per day. That's my goal. And hitting that definitely, hands down, decreased my belly fat big time. So if you're not tracking your protein, start tracking it. And if you're eating a low amount of protein, up the protein. I realized that when I started eating more protein, my stomach went down, like it got flatter, and it was amazing just from eating more protein. So prioritizing that at meals was definitely important and part of my journey. And again, I've done videos about that on my channel too, to how you can get more protein in your diet each day. And then the big thing that changed everything for me in terms of belly fat and my waist and just inflammation and bloating was getting my gut health tested and then only eating foods off the approved list from the results. I recently took the full body intelligence test from Viome, and this gave me over 50 health scores using mRNA technology. This video is actually sponsored by Viome, and I couldn't be happier than to share my results and this test along with the other tests that they offer with all of you guys, because this changed everything for me. So even though I was doing everything right, I still felt like I was bloated a little bit after meals. And then I was getting inflamed. And then my stomach was puffy. My cheeks were puffy. My neck was puffy. I started having like the chins coming back. And I'm like, what is happening? I just felt bloated and I felt inflamed. And needless to say, after I took the gut health test, I realized that the majority of the foods that I was eating were inflaming my body, like big time. So it made sense. So once you get your test, you're just going to send your samples in, and then within 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to get the results exactly for the state of what your gut health is right now. And then once you get the results, you can start implementing the food list and really feeling the healthiest version of you. So once you get your test results back, you get all of your health scores, but then you get the food list. And what I realized by looking at the food list is that it's split into 2 categories. Eat these foods, avoid these foods, basically. The foods that I was told to avoid was everything I was eating. Everything. I mean, guys, on that avoid list and minimize list was tuna and ground turkey and eggs and what else was on there? Cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, lemon, lime. Everything I eat every single day. I then focused on the foods on my enjoy list and my superfoods list, which is basically eat these foods to improve the state of your gut microbiome. Avoid the other foods. So I looked at that list, I saw what to avoid. I said, okay, let me focus on the things I can eat, and I made a new meal plan based on those things. So I started implementing that food list. What foods to increase. I was eating more salmon now. I was incorporating blackberries. Chicken was on that list, which was amazing, thankfully. So I incorporated more chicken. I cut back on the turkey. I started increasing different veggies like zucchini and mushrooms, and then bell peppers. And I started eating for my gut health. And the results within days were intense, were amazing. My belly fat went super, super down. My waist, I actually had my hourglass figure coming back. The puffiness was reduced. My chin, like I could see my jawline, like I just felt amazing. I could feel the inflammation leaving my body each day that I was eating this new way with the foods from the approved list. If you're feeling inflamed, if you're feeling bloated, if you're just feeling blah after you eat your meals, even though you're eating healthy, whatever that means to you, it might be your gut health. It might be. It was for me because like I said, I was doing everything right, but I just wasn't feeling right. So if you want to get $110 off any test, just go to trybiome.com/Hart and then use my code HART110. And I'll put everything on screen. Everything will also be down in the description box so you can check it out. I did the full body intelligence test, and this gave me the results for everything I needed. Each test comes with the food list. So grab up your test right now using my code so you can get some money off and get your gut health tested. You get the results back within 2 to 3 weeks on their easy to use app, and it says everything that you need. It worked amazing for me just from switching the foods that I was eating. So thank you again to Biome for sponsoring this video. I recommend this test to all of my clients, anyone who watches me, people in my personal life, they all know about this test because I really feel that it changed the game for me with how I feel on the inside, but then also the results that I'm getting on the outside. So along with steps and your food, what else went into my weight loss journey with losing belly fat, losing inches on my waist? It was definitely sleep. And I feel that sleep and water, which we'll talk about in a second, are the 2 most underrated things for a weight loss journey. If you're not getting enough sleep, your body is not resting. And if your body is not resting, it's not digesting your food properly, and you're gonna get zombie mode. I recently had a couple of days where my kids were sick and I was getting like 5 hours of sleep. It was a disaster. I literally was walking around feeling like a zombie, feeling like almost like I was drunk, but I wasn't. Like, sleep is everything. And I've realized that the older that I get, the more I'm affected by lower amounts of sleep. But if you can feel it, realize that your insides, it's wreaking havoc on that too. So prioritize your sleep, get an established nighttime routine that you can get really excited about, and make sure you're aiming for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night so that your body has time to rest, so that you can digest all of your food and you give your body a break. It's so important to a weight loss journey. And it's one of the habits that I work on with my clients as well, because like, again, it's overlooked and people aren't thinking about that. They're like, oh, I can get 3 hours of sleep and be fine. No. You need to prioritize a healthy sleep routine. And to me, sleep is a non-negotiable anymore. Like, I have to get my sleep. Otherwise, I feel like zombie mode and I can't function like that. I can't be the best, me that I can be. I can't be the best mom. I can't be the best friend. I can't be the best wife. I just can't do it if I don't get my sleep and I'm in that zombie mode. So it's really important to me to prioritize sleep big time, because I know that when I do, I get the results that I want. And this is also something to remember too. If you're finding that, oh, you're plateauing on the scale, what about your healthy lifestyle is out of sync? So if you're finding that your scale is just not moving and you're getting frustrated, how much sleep have you been getting? How have you been eating? How many steps have you been getting? How has your water drinking been, which we will talk about next. But this is all part of it. And if it's all part of it, you can kind of know when you get into a plateau, that's true, I haven't been getting good sleep. And if I haven't been getting good sleep, my body hasn't had time to rest. And if my body hasn't had time to rest and digest, I'm holding on to excessive waste. My body's not digesting food properly, and I'm holding on to weight. So it makes sense. So instead of getting mad at the scale and saying, why is this happening? I'm in a plateau. You can kind of figure it out once you have these things implemented in place. So now let's talk about water. We need water to hydrate our bodies, number one, but we also need it to flush out toxins. If you're not flushing out the toxins from your body is just holding on to them. And this is true for everything. I mean, toxins, like you need to flush out your system, but also our cells need to be flushed out. All of the toxins need to be flushed out of our body in order for us to regenerate healthy cells, healthy microbiome, all of the things. So water is super important. So what I did is I started a water goal years ago now of 120 ounces of water per day, and that has been my baseline. Now I cycle between 100 and 120. I do the best that I can, but I found that if I get over 100 ounces of water per day, I'm golden. I'm good. I'm not only hydrated, but I feel good. I feel good. Everything's moving. I'm flushing out my body, and I also feel super energized, and I'm not thirsty, because when I get thirsty, everything gets affected. My eyes get dry, my mouth gets dry, my skin gets dry. I feel it right away, and I'm like, I need to drink more water, and I know it. I know it right away. Make sure you're drinking enough water so that you feel good. You want to be functioning well. You want your body to be good. You don't want to feel like you're having dry skin or dry mouth or dry eyes. You just want to feel optimal, and these are all of the things. It helps with everything. Because if you're bloated and you're inflamed and you need to flush out your toxins, your belly's just not going to be flat. You're not going to have a small waist. We need to flush out the toxins. So definitely up your water game. If you're feeling like you're slacking a little bit, make a water goal and work towards it every single day. And you will find that this will drastically change your whole weight loss journey, including the sleep and the water. I mean, those are the two things that are non-negotiables for me. But again, they're two very overlooked things. So make sure you're looking at the full picture. Make sure you're looking at your food, your daily steps or your exercise. Make sure you're looking at your sleep and your water. What's number 5 for me? For me, this is obviously optional because not everyone is going to be fasting, but intermittent fasting really helped me get a flatter stomach because I am not a breakfast person. As soon as I break my fast and eat breakfast, I immediately spike my insulin, I feel, and I just want to keep eating and keep eating and keep eating. And a lot of times whatever I eat to begin with doesn't agree with me. Even if it's something that I would normally eat later in the day, for some reason in the morning, my body does not like breakfast. And I've been like this since high school, which is a long time ago. So it's just what my body likes. It's not for everyone, and it's not necessary for weight loss. Fasting definitely helped me. So I just do a traditional 16-8 fast, which is basically where I eat in an 8-hour window, and then I fast for about 16 hours. Is it perfect? No. Is it intuitive? Yes. I don't set any timers on my phone anymore with when I have to start eating and stop eating. I found that that was very not good because as soon as I'm given rules, I want to break them or I don't like them. So I just threw the rules out the window. And by doing that, I was able to fast more effectively. So I break my fast anywhere between 11:30 and 1:30 every day for lunch. And then I usually stop eating by 6. So even like that 8-hour window is not even really an 8-hour window. So it really just depends on the day and how I'm feeling and how hungry I am. And then I always follow intuitive eating. So if I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm not hungry, I don't eat. So that to me is really important. And I think that really aids me in, again, letting my body rest. So while sleep is important, fasting for me is important too because it allows my body to rest from constantly eating something. So I've given myself a longer window for fasting so that my body has time to rest, recharge, digest all my food, therefore efficiently digest my food, lowering my belly fat, decreasing the size of my waist. So I really feel like that has helped me too. So those are all my 5 things that I do every single day to decrease my belly fat, really help live the healthiest lifestyle that I possibly can, but do it with ease. Like, let this all be easy. That's why I love the full body intelligence test or any of the tests really from Biome because they give you the food list that goes along with your specific results. So it's not just like, oh, these foods inflame your body. That might be great for some people, but it's not going to work for everyone. I'd rather get the results specific for me. I want to know exactly what I need to increase food-wise, what I need to decrease so that I can improve my gut health. I've been following the food list from my test results as of filming this for 91 days. So for 91 days, I have been following that exactly. And I can say, even after I was at my goal weight, my belly fat and my waist has decreased significantly in the last 90 days. Really in the first 5 days, I saw immediate results. But in the past 90 days, I've completely changed the way I feel on the inside and out. And you can see it in my belly and you can see it in my waist. And the pictures and the video don't lie, you know, like that's where I'm really able to see the changes. So if you're feeling any of these things and you're like, you know, I'm trying to lose weight, or maybe you're at your goal weight and you're like, oh, like I still just don't feel right. Like I feel puffy and inflamed and bloated. Get the results. Get the results and see what the state of your gut is and then work to improve it from there. And then also realize that all of these things are just habits. Sleep is a habit, water is a habit, exercise, food, fasting, it's all habits. So once you realize that everything in our weight loss journey is just habits that you need to tackle one by one by one by one, let it be that easy. Let it be as simple as habit creation, habit implementation, and then sticking, creating a habit that sticks for long term so that it becomes something that we just do. We just do it. It's our second nature. And that's kind of what this is all about too. And if you're interested in doing more habit creation, definitely join my summer challenges. All the information for that will be down in the description box, but that's what we're doing. We're tackling habits, and it's a great way to get to know me as a coach and see if working with me is right for you. You can just join these mini challenges that I'm doing all summer, not only to keep you motivated and accountable, but let's get you some results during the summer months. And habits are where it starts and ends, really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again to Biome for sponsoring it. Definitely check the links down below so that you can get your test and start losing belly fat, decreasing your waist, just doing all of the things that are going to help you on your healthy lifestyle journey. Like I said, this is just another piece of the puzzle. So let me know which habit you guys are going to be working on, which is something that's a non-negotiable for you. Put it down in the comments, let me know, and I'll see you all really soon with my next video. Bye guys.